This is an open letter and a little bit of a plead to all SUP race community participants, athletes, organizers, and in general people who want or think they have a say in the sport. Something dawned on me after the ISA SUP World Championships, and that is race course formats. It feels like as many races as I'm covering, as many race courses I get. And this started to baffle me that there seems to be no voice out there, or at least I'm not hearing it, that actually wants to have some sort of a standard race course. When we started SUP racing roughly 16 years ago, the gold standard was open ocean racing. 9 miles down the Molikoron, 36 miles across the KV Channel, and the Formula One of SUP racing was the beach races at the Doheny Beach Park, and mostly people were in agreement on what a race course should look like. Now we are moving the sport into more of a flat water and canoe sport type of environment, which actually would make one believe and think that at some point some sort of a race course standard would evolve, that actually athletes and organizers, maybe industry participants, would get together and say, like, this is what a sprint course is. This is what a tech course is. This is what a long distance course is. But frankly, that's not the case. And it's not that it has to be one way or the other. It just has to be the same kind of course, particularly for races that actually matter. Like the ISA sprint course, what was that? It was a makeshift lane racing with a buoy turn that some paddlers were afraid of, that they would end up paddling into a wall. And now we're going to Korea, looking at the Busan Open, and there is another sprint course, a 300-meter sprint course and a 1-kilometer tech course. And you look at the ICF in Sarasota, they do 100-meter lane racing and an 800-meter course with buoy turns that have not the same amount of numbers of left and right turns. So there are the athletes complaining about this, or maybe I'm the only one that feels like maybe something is off here. Maybe I'm raising a case that is not a case. Maybe that is wanted. Maybe that is what the sport is supposed to be, have different race courses at different events. Maybe that's what keeps it exciting for everybody, and I am completely off the charts. And one thing, in my opinion, though, if I may, is that if we want to have a sport that is being taken seriously and that maybe one day goes to the Olympics, then we have some sort of race standards. I don't know, you guys, what do you think? Maybe leave a comment, say something. I just want to hear from the people. This video is not about which race course is right and which race course is wrong. This video is about where are the voices, where are the athletes saying we want a race course like this or we want a race course like that. Athletes just seem to show up and be grateful to whatever races are being dished up. Maybe there are some discussions, we will have to find out. I know there were discussions after the ISA sprint course, but is it going to change anything? Are the athletes getting together and it's like, stop, we need set standards and we are the ones that are showing up at these races? Where is your guys' voice? Where are people saying this needs to be this needs to be that? And by the way, a long distance race should only have turns at a certain degree, not a 180 in my opinion, maybe only 45-degree turns. But again, I'm not an athlete. I'm not doing this as a sport. I'm just talking about it, observing things. And right now I'm observing that race courses are all over the place. And we have as many race courses almost as we have races. And everybody seems to be fine with it. And frankly, we don't need a standard, or there is no wanted. But tell us, what do you think? What kind of race course standard do we need to see? We have 3 organizations, 3 different types of races. Make your pick, people.